Smarter working for me is a management philosophy whereby the managers give the freedom to the adult employees to choose the space and the time that people can work. As long as the results are produced, that money is saved and that the planet is respected, then we should be happy with how the people are working. Unified communications adoption is slow because we have been spending too much time on technology only. Technology is there to serve a purpose in a company, so you need to understand what you are trying to achieve. The right objective is to look for a new way of working, smarter working, where unified communications is used to support the new ways of working, anytime, any place, which is governed by a modern management philosophy of trust. Trust, mutual trust in between the associates and the leadership of an organization. Trust, I find, is often a very woolly conceptual word. And I have been very inspired by the book of Mr. Covey, which is called The Speed of Trust. He describes that trust is something that is built up as you are demonstrating certain behaviors. And the behaviors are, amongst others, that you are very clear about objectives, that you are good in giving the feedback, that you are constructive, that you are respectful, that you don't save up problems, but that you are very straight immediately about what you want to do. That whole climate, if that is done from the management to the employee and vice versa, creates and builds all the time trust. That's how it works. An important part of smarter working is that we need to have a fresh look on the spaces that we use. The space that you use for work needs to be good for the type of activity that you do and also for your own personality. What we have found is that it requires the right acoustic environment. And what we've learned from some research in the United Kingdom is that on average, companies will need to have 4 types of acoustic spaces. Concentration spaces where people can have a quiet environment so that they can concentrate on study and analysis. Then there will be spaces in the office for communication, where people need to communicate over the phone or with colleagues, and there will be a lot of noise, but the noise, positive noise, needs to be contained so it doesn't disturb other people. Then there is collaboration spaces. Collaboration spaces are meeting rooms or little monk cells, private small rooms where you communicate by conferencing to other people, yes? And then there is, of course, lounges and other areas to work relaxed with each other together. The last type of acoustic space is the contemplation space. It's a difficult word, and in LMAC you have introduced it into inspiration spaces. These spaces are designed not to work. They are there for the associates and the managers to relax for a moment, to re-energize, to be inspired, so that they can then move on to the next job that they have to do. Well, trust needs to come from 2 ways. In the old style of working is that the manager says, I don't know how good you are. You need to prove me over the next weeks if you know the job, behave right, and then I will trust you to do more. This is the old way of doing it. The modern way of working is that the management, having selected an employee, is convinced that the person does the right thing. So therefore you need to have almost a blind trust in the person to begin with, so that he in return then proves to you every day that he's really doing a good job. That's a very fundamental change. Technology is the catalyst and the enabler for all of these changes. We would not be talking about smarter working if we would not have mobile technology like smartphones, tablets, Wi-Fi, 3G and 4 LTE types of mobile technologies. So this is the enabler. When you have that, you have new degrees of freedom to work where and when you want, and then comes a new challenge that you have to revisit where you want to work. So technology is the catalyst, but it's also an essential ingredient. Let me explain. When you and I are no longer working in the same place and we work virtually, I need to know if you are online and to what extent you are available to work with me. So in this world of virtual remote collaboration, presence is very important. You have a list of people on your screen which show if the person is available. Green light is busy, do not disturb, red light. When you know if the person is online and available, then you can use the new communication gearbox. We call it unified communications. And the first gear in unified communications is instant messaging. Can I quickly ask you a question? The second gear is a telephone conversation with the mobile phone, soft phone, or the old phone, or maybe the tablet. The third gear is multiple people together in an audio conference call. The fourth gear is video, where you can see the other person. And the fifth gear is telepresence. This is overdrive, where you have the magic of a virtual presentation in high definition of the person on the other side. So what we're saying is that unified communications and mobile unified communications is essential for smarter working. So no smarter working unless the unified communications is there. And that is what we need to evangelize to business people. No more waiting, unified communications is needed now. Plantronics is not waiting for the next generation of technology, we are helping shaping the next generation of technology. 50 years ago, mainframes is where it started. Then it was mini computers, personal computers, mobile phones, smartphones, tablets. The next generation is wearable computing. It's the computer which is now on your body. It's no longer somewhere around or in the cloud. It's a wearable, something on your arm, something on your ear, a headset which is on the body and which understands where you are looking, who you are talking to, which devices you are connected to, and which is clever and provides all that information to the tablet, the PC, the computer in the cloud, so that the computer can then prepare for everything. At this very moment, computers are stupid. They wait for a human being to touch it, or with the mouse or with the keyboard. But the computers already know that much. They know with GPS and with sensors how you move. So we should expect the next generation of the computers to do a better job working together. Our work at this very moment is contextual intelligence, where the headsets have sensors, where the headset communicates with the notebook, with the smartphone. I get a call coming in on the smartphone, I have the number of the person, I pass it on to the notebook, I grab the information in the customer relations system, I look him up on Facebook and on LinkedIn, and before picking up the call, on my screen is shown all of the information. Another example, I am on the parking lot and I'm in a conference call. I'm a bit late. It's a video conference call. I don't have video conferencing in the car. As I walk into my office, the headset sees your PC with the screen and he automatically hands the call, the expensive call from the mobile phone, to the telepresence screen, and automatically it's handed over. The headset, understanding what's going on, anticipating what you want to do, and helping you. Simplicity. Simplicity thanks to contextual intelligence.